Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the modern attention economy, and we're going to unpack exactly why millions of people are suddenly opening their wallets to pay for something that used to get for nothing, an escape from free media. You know, in today's digital landscape, advertisements are just everywhere. They interrupt our favorite shows, they clutter up our apps, and honestly, they turn what should be a relaxing viewing session into a total battle for our focus. But why are so many of us deliberately choosing to pay extra just to hide these commercials entirely? Well, as we'll see, the reasons go way beyond just simple convenience. So let me ask you a question. How much did your free entertainment actually cost you today? Because while you might not have swiped your credit card or handed over any cash to watch a video or play a mobile game today, you definitely paid a high price. We're living in an attention economy where absolutely every second of your focus is fiercely monetized. Platforms are in this constant, really aggressive competition for your eyeballs simply because advertising is still their primary engine for revenue. So when we throw around the phrase free content, we really need to redefine what that word means in 2026.
And, we didn't just get here overnight. Think back to the 2000s. Traditional broadcast and cable channels gave us about 15 to 20 minutes of commercials per hour. We all kind of just accepted it as the norm. Then, in the 2010s, platforms like YouTube and the early streaming services offered a much lighter ad load, just occasional short spots. But fast forward to 2026, and wow, that ad load has steadily escalated across practically every medium. Now we're dealing with multiple unskippable ads before a video even starts, mid-roll interruptions, and ads that just seamlessly track us across every connected TV and mobile device we own. It's a lot.
The direct consequence of this relentless barrage is something called ad fatigue. This absolute saturation has turned what used to be a relaxing, lean-back activity into a highly frustrating and, frankly, mentally draining experience. Just think about the constant context switching your brain has to do to tune out those commercials. It significantly chips away at your overall enjoyment. In fact, many users report feeling manipulated or even stalked by highly personalized ads that just seem to follow them everywhere online. Instead of feeling rested after some downtime, people are actually walking away feeling more stressed.
Okay, Section 1. The hidden math, trading time for content.
We all groan about the price of streaming subscriptions, right? But when we do that, we often completely ignore the other side of the ledger. We really need to shift our focus away from the money we think we're saving on free tiers and look at the actual, measurable time we are losing. Think about it. I want you to assign a realistic monetary value to your free, leisure, or productive time. According to the data, a totally reasonable benchmark for many adults is to value their time at roughly $15 to $25 an hour. Now, when you look at your entertainment through that specific lens, the math of consuming free ad-supported content completely flips. Every single minute you sit there waiting to click skip ad is a fraction of that hourly rate just draining away.
And when you compound this daily loss, the numbers are absolutely staggering. If you're just a light user, watching maybe 45 to 60 minutes a day, you're still losing 1 to 2 hours a month just staring at ads. An average user, watching up to 2 hours daily, loses between 2.5 to over 5 hours a month. But here's where it gets crazy. A heavy user, or a family sharing a screen for 3 or more hours a day, can lose anywhere from 8 to over 15 hours a month. That is an entire waking day, or 2 full work shifts, lost to advertisements every single month.
So here is the really crucial takeaway. The hidden monetary cost of your lost time vastly outweighs the actual price tag of an ad-free subscription. If you're a moderate to heavy viewer, valuing your time means your hidden cost is easily $40 to well over $100 a month in lost hours. Now compare that to a premium subscription, which typically runs around $15 to $20 out of pocket. From a pure numbers standpoint, paying that subscription fee is often the much cheaper option, especially for households where multiple people are piggybacking on one family plan. It's practically a no-brainer.
Moving right along to Section 2, Beyond Minutes, the psychological and privacy toll.
Now, the true cost isn't entirely mathematical. The impact of advertisements extends way beyond the raw minutes ticking away on a clock. It fundamentally changes the way we experience the media we love. Researchers have pointed out that the common thread here is flow state disruption, noting that even brief interruptions require significant mental effort to recover from. Imagine the frustration of a mid-roll ad popping up right in the middle of a crucial tutorial, a really emotional movie scene, or a complicated documentary. When ads repeatedly pull you out of what you're doing, the overall experience suffers exponentially more than just the couple of minutes you lost watching the commercial itself.
Let's define this concept clearly because it's important.
Flow state disruption is that jarring psychological break in concentration and immersion caused by sudden interruptions. And the thing is, it takes real mental energy for your brain to recover from this and get back into the zone. If you're trying to learn a new skill or you're deeply immersed in a narrative, these frequent commercial breaks absolutely shatter your focus. This perfectly explains why users report increased frustration and mental fatigue rather than the relaxation they were hoping for. And then, of course, there is the privacy aspect. This is another massive driver pushing people toward paid tiers. We like to call this the creepy factor. You see, ad-supported platforms don't just show you random commercials anymore. They depend on an invasive, deeply interconnected ecosystem of data collection. They track your viewing habits, your search history, your location, and your cross-site behavior just to serve you highly targeted retargeting ads. It creates this really unsettling sense of being constantly monitored. While paid ad-free plans don't eliminate platform data collection entirely, they do substantially reduce this third-party tracking, giving families and privacy-conscious users a much-needed sense of security.
Section 3. Free workarounds versus official solutions. Why ad blockers are failing in 2026.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. What about free ad blockers or browser extensions? Well, let's talk about that because those old free workarounds are increasingly failing in today's modern digital landscape. Platforms have invested heavily in detecting and breaking free ad blocking methods. So free workarounds today are largely unreliable, they often violate terms of service, they carry potential security risks, and most importantly, they're device limited. That neat little trick you use on your laptop probably isn't going to work on your smart TV or your mobile app. Official premium routes, by contrast, are totally seamless across all your devices, they're completely reliable, safe, and allow for easy family sharing without the constant, exhausting cat-and-mouse game of updating software just to bypass new platform restrictions.
Plus, paying for ad removal rarely means you're just getting rid of commercials. It usually unlocks a whole bundle of genuinely useful premium perks that completely upgrade your daily experience. We're talking about things like seamless background playback, so your audio keeps going when you switch apps, screen-off audio, offline downloads, which are an absolute lifesaver for travel or low data situations, and even integrated music streaming. On top of all that, removing video ads can noticeably reduce your cellular data usage and save your phone's battery life. Honestly, once users experience these features, going back to the free tier feels like a massive downgrade.
And finally, Section 4, taking control. Is the upgrade worth your money?
So, how do you actually sit down and decide if taking the leap to an ad-free premium tier is the right financial and lifestyle move for you? Look, it is so easy to get overwhelmed by subscription fatigue, but making an informed choice is incredibly straightforward. I highly recommend you just follow these 4 simple steps. Step 1. Track your media habits for just a week or 2. Just be mindful of how much you're actually watching. Step 2. Estimate your daily ad interruptions. Step 3. Calculate your monthly time savings using that baseline value of $15 to $25 an hour we discussed earlier. And finally, Step 4. Compare those massive time savings against the actual cost of a premium plan. If you're watching more than an hour or 2 a day, you'll very quickly see that the reclaimed time, the added features, and the pure peace of mind heavily favor the ad-free route. Do a free trial and feel the difference in your own flow and focus.
Ultimately, paying to remove ads is not just a digital purchase. It's a very personal investment in your own attention, your precious time, and your overall quality of life. In a world that is constantly demanding your focus, reclaiming those hours is incredibly powerful. So I want to leave you with this thought. How will you value and invest your attention tomorrow? Think about it. And for more, visit our website, Forest Solution.